If you're a basketball fan, you grow up knowing the name, the Celtics. Love them or hate them, there's no denying their legacy. For me, the Celtics have always been one of the NBA's premier franchises. You hear the name and you instantly think of banners, legends, and unforgettable moments. Just being inside TD Garden is wild. It feels like the walls themselves are soaked in greatness. And tonight, it's not just about NBA history. It's about writing WNBA history in the same sacred space. Now picture this, Caitlin Clark and the Indiana Fever walk into the historic TD Garden in Boston. They're up against the same Connecticut Sun squad that just weeks ago in June gave Clark that brutal eye poke and body check combo that went viral. But this time, 19,156 fans are in the stands, and somehow it feels like every single one of them is rooting for the Fever. This was supposed to be a road game. Instead, it's their stage. And here's what no one saw coming. Caitlin Clark was about to make history. Not one, not two, but 3 WNBA records were about to fall, shattered in a single night. Oh, and she didn't just win. She outscored the entire Connecticut Sun team in the final 5 minutes. Chills. If you're riding with Clark and the Fever, drop it in the comments. Say, I've got the Fever, let's go. Last year's game already set the tone with packed seats and electric energy. And tonight, the bar is even higher. When you walk into an arena like this, with so much history, you don't take it for granted. You soak it all in. New arena, new crowd, same goal, leave a mark. Last time these two teams clashed, it wasn't basketball. It was a brawl with a scoreboard. JCS Sheldon's eye poke and Marina Mabry's body check on Clark didn't just cross a line, they erased it. That June 17th showdown turned into a full-blown street fight and fans were furious. The officials completely lost control. Fists flew, players got ejected, and Clark, she got battered like a punching bag. The whole league was suddenly buzzing about one thing, player safety. Third quarter, Fever trailing by 10. Watch this play. Clark tries to back down JCS Sheldon, boom. Sheldon fouls her, hand to the face. Clark's furious. And then here comes Mabry flying in like a missile. She absolutely clobbers Clark. Chaos erupts on both sides. The crowd screaming. Tensions explode, and just like that, it's war on the hardwood. Fast forward to TD Garden, you can practically taste the tension in the air. This isn't just a regular game anymore. This is personal. Clark steps into that iconic arena with a memory bank full of receipts. She remembers every cheap shot, every dirty hit, every time the refs swallowed their whistles and let her take the punishment. But something's different now. This isn't the same Indiana Fever team that got bullied in June. There's a new vibe, a new fire, and the announcers aren't holding back. Of course, Marina Mabry is going to get ejected, one shouts. She literally came out of nowhere and chucked Caitlin Clark. And what did the refs call? A flagrant 1 on Sheldon. Technicals for Caitlin, Mabry, and Tina Charles. That's it. No ejections, no justice, just more fuel for the fire. Now the stage is set. Clark has backup. The arena is packed. The energy is unreal. This time, she's not stepping in alone. She's got an army behind her and a score to settle. TD Garden transforms into something electric. Despite being an away game, it feels like home court for Indiana. The 19,000 plus fans came ready, chanting, cheering, turning Boston green into Indiana red. Sophie Cunningham, she's more than just a teammate now. She's Clark's enforcer. She's locking in on defense, ready to shut down anyone trying to take liberties with her superstar. The Sun try the same bullying tactics, full court pressure, double teams, physical hits. They want to rattle Caitlin, but this time, the Fever came prepared. Clark isn't alone anymore. Her squad is locked in, everyone knows their role, everyone's got her back. The chemistry? It's night and day from June. They've rediscovered what made them special. When the ball is in Clark's hands, the tempo ignites. Suddenly, the Fever are running, passing, slicing through defenders, and it's beautiful to watch. Indiana had lost their rhythm lately. Too many one-on-one plays, too many possessions ending in forced shots or turnovers. But now, they're back to their identity. Fast, unselfish, dangerous. You could see it in Clark's eyes during warm-ups. You could feel it in how the team gathered around her. This was personal. This was redemption. And then the magic starts. Clark drives, goes behind the back, whips a no-look pass inside. Easy bucket. The crowd erupts. This isn't the same team that got pushed around last time. This is a Fever squad with purpose, with unity, and with Caitlin Clark commanding the offense, they look like a machine. They're not waiting for the game to come to them anymore. They're taking it. The Suns' entire game plan revolves around stopping Caitlin Clark. They're trapping her full court, swarming her with double teams, throwing body after body at her to break her rhythm. But Clark, she doesn't panic. She adapts. Instead of forcing bad shots, she draws the defense, then finds the open teammate. The passes are crisp, the vision is unreal. She's making the defense scramble. And the Fever are capitalizing. 22 assists on 29 made baskets. That's not just good, that's elite ball movement. It's team basketball at its finest. Kelsey Mitchell explodes for 20 points, draining shot after shot. Why? Because Clark's gravity pulls defenders away, giving Mitchell open space to cook. Inside, Natasha Howard goes to work. She drops 18 points and grabs 13 boards, just bullying the Sun in the paint. They can't collapse on her because Mitchell's hot, and Clark is orchestrating everything. Even Sophie Cunningham is on fire. She nails back-to-back threes off the bench, brings hustle on defense, and energizes the whole squad. Every time she steps on the court, the intensity skyrockets. And let's not forget Aaliyah Boston. Her shots aren't falling, but she's cleaning the glass, finding open cutters, doing the dirty work that doesn't show up on the scoreboard but wins games. The Fever finally found the formula again. Play fast, share the ball, and let Clark quarterback the show. And it's working to perfection. While the Fever are putting on a clinic, Clark is quietly making history. The numbers aren't flashy. Just 4 of 14 from the field, 1 for 7 from deep, but the stat sheet doesn't tell the whole story. Because behind every pass, behind every assist, history is unfolding. First milestone, Clark becomes the fastest player in WNBA history to hit 450 career assists in just 53 games. The previous record, 62 games. She broke it by 9 full games. That's wild. Second milestone, fastest to reach 150 career three-pointers. That kind of shooting pace is unheard of for a rookie guard. And the third, she extends her streak to 40 straight games with 5 assists, the longest in WNBA history. That's not luck, that's elite playmaking night in and night out. While the camera's focused on buckets, Clark was rewriting the record books. This is what makes her different. She doesn't have to drop 30 to dominate, she controls the pace. She gets her team easy looks, she creates chaos for opposing defenses, even when her own shot isn't falling. She's evolving into a complete floor general, and the league is watching it happen in real time. Then, disaster. 1 minute, Caitlin Clark was making history. The next, she was clutching her leg in pain. With under a minute left, she made a sharp cut and fired a perfect pass to Kelsey Mitchell. But right after that assist, her expression changed instantly. Clark grimaced, grabbed at her right leg, and limped toward the bench. Something was very wrong. The camera zoomed in, and you could see it. That wasn't just discomfort, it was devastation. She sat down, hunched forward, her hand gripping her groin, eyes red, nearly in tears. Clark, one of the league's toughest players, was fighting back raw emotion on live television. Right before the final buzzer of a historic game, she was suddenly facing a worst-case scenario. This wasn't some random tweak. This was the same right groin injury that's been haunting her all season. The same injury that had sidelined her before. And now, it looked like it was back with a vengeance. You could hear the crowd go from roaring celebration
superstar night. Clark became the fastest player in WNBA.
And here's where it gets scary. Groin injuries aren't like sprained ankles. They linger. They re-injure easily. According to Dr. Jesse Moore, a regenerative medicine expert, groin strains are notoriously slow to heal, especially in explosive sports like basketball. Even after rest, they often return if not fully treated. And the timing couldn't be worse. Clark was supposed to headline All-Star Weekend in Indianapolis just days away, as a captain and as a competitor in the three-point contest. This was her moment in front of a home state crowd, and now everything's suddenly in question. No one had answers. Coach Stephanie White didn't offer much after the game. No update. Just felt a little something in her groin. We'll evaluate and see what happens. When asked if it was the same side she'd been holding earlier in the season, White hesitated. I don't know which one it was, but yeah, that's the concern. And just like that, a night that should have ended in fireworks ended in fear.
Fans watched in silence.
This was supposed to be a celebration. 3 records, 1 night, but instead, Caitlin Clark left the floor with her hand on her leg and a storm of uncertainty in the air. It was the kind of night that captured the brutal beauty of professional sports. The triumph, the heartbreak, the chaos, the tears. Let's recap what just happened. Clark became the fastest player in WNBA history to reach 450 career assists, doing it in just 53 games. The previous record, held by Ticha Penicheiro, who took 62 games to hit that mark back in the 90s. Clark beat that by 9 full games. That's not just impressive, it's game-changing. Then came the second milestone. She also became the fastest player to hit 150 career three-pointers. This proves she's not just a passer, she's a weapon from beyond the arc. And the third, she extended her streak to 40 straight games with 5 or more assists. That's the longest streak in WNBA history. 40 games of selfless playmaking, 40 games of setting up her teammates, 40 games of running the show. But all of that came crashing down when she limped to the bench in pain. That single image, Clark hunched over, eyes misty, teammates teammates gathering around her spoke louder than any stat line ever could. This was a superstar hurting, not just physically, but emotionally. And now, the Fever are holding their breath. So are the fans. So is the league. Because when Caitlin Clark is on the floor, everything changes. The pace, the ball movement, the crowd, the spotlight. She's not just the face of the Fever. She's becoming the face of the WNBA. But if she's sidelined, the momentum, the chemistry, the magic, it all hangs in the balance. So now, we wait, we hope, we rally. Let's all wish Clark a full and fast recovery in the comments. Drop a huge for her courage. Comment CC comeback if you believe she'll bounce back stronger. And don't forget, like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you don't miss the next chapter in this unforgettable season.